What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Jones, episode 9. Today, um, I'm wrapping up this season. Season 1 is almost over. Season 10 is going to be coming out. Season 2 will be coming out next year. Episode 10 will be dropping next week after the Christmas holidays and everything. I'm going to flood y'all. And today I got a good friend of mine, singer, songwriter, pianist, vocal coach. She all across the board. I can't. She got too many credentials. I can't name them off. Give it up for Miss Nicole Mariee.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. No problem. How you feeling today? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Like I told you earlier, like I had to get all my creative friends on this joint. Uh, I've been trying to keep myself motivated, creative, and trying to figure out a way to do stuff with doing other things. So I said, let me stop this little mini morning coffee talk show. And people been enjoying them so far, so I can't complain about it. So
That's good.
Yeah. So how you been doing? What's been going on with you?
I've been doing good. I've been writing like crazy since this whole pandemic started, and I just had another session this past Friday, writing for another artist. Actually, I have a song that's coming out.
Okay.
I'll say probably sometime in February, probably.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I've just been working. I have some virtual shows that I'm planning to do.
Okay. So how did you get, before we get into all the good stuff, I'm gonna ask this question. How did you get into writing for other people? How did that come off? I think she froze, y'all. I think she froze. Call you froze. She'll be back. She'll be back. Give her time. He'll give some time. She'll be right back. Okay, you froze. You froze. All right. Okay,
there you are. There you are.
So I would say, how'd you get into the songwriting game? I mean, writing for other people. Who was the first artist you wrote for also?
How I got started writing for other people, it was just word of mouth. The first artist I started writing for was King Chris.
Right.
Off his album Christianity. I wrote the chorus for I wrote the chorus for Better Days.
Right.
And then it just went up from there.
That's what's up. So who you working with now? Is it some people you can say or you can't say?
Yeah, this his name is CJ Watson.
Are you froze again? You froze again. Is that her name again?
I froze again?
Yeah.
What's that?
You said, who did you say? You work for CJ who?
CJ Watson.
Okay.
Here in Dallas. He had an album that came out back in March called Monica's Son. So I featured on that. I didn't write for that, but I featured on that, and that was fun.
Okay. Why does that album sound familiar? I think you either told me about that or I saw it somewhere.
I think I probably shared it on my story.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
That name sounds familiar. Mm-hmm. And see, I always wanted to do that, right, for other people, but I just never knew how to do it. Like, that looks fun to be. You get credit for writing for other people, like get a little check in the mail for writing for somebody. Okay, I ain't writing the same thing. I got these royalty checks are collecting quite nicely.
Right.
I could take a quick year off of music or some year or two while I write these songs to get these royalty checks.
Yep, that's how it works.
So, being a songwriter, who's your favorite songwriter?
I would probably have to say Carrie Hilson. She's one of my favorites because, like, I used to listen, and I made a post about this on Friday, like about songwriting and how I always wanted to get my start in songwriting. Like Carrie Hilson, like she wrote for like Britney Spears, Beyonce, I think Justin Timberlake, all my favorite artists that I listened to. And so I used to like look at the CD credits, like the credits in the CD booklet.
Yeah.
And like her name will pop up, and then Neo was one of my favorites too, because I know he did a lot of songs for Rihanna.
Oh yeah, he wrote for a bunch of people. He wrote his biggest song for me is That Girl by Marcus Houston. I'm like, wait, he wrote that? Like, oh snap.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yep.
I heard the his version of it. Like, oh, okay. Then you go back, and that's before Neo was Neo. Then you go back, then you, oh, that's who the dude who did they kept the background vocals in. Okay.
Yep.
It's like, yo, that's because a lot of songwriters, they transition into music ain't always good. A lot of them don't go too far. Like, it's only a few of them. Like Neo,
Yeah, only a few of them can really make it as an artist.
yeah, Neo, Tank, Carrie Hilson. I think that the Dream had a little bit of a run.
Mm-hmm.
But not too many people can transition
Exactly.
from songwriting into like artist, being an artist. So what do
Mm-hmm.
you like more, being an artist or a songwriter? Like what makes you, yes, this is it?
Being an artist, because like when I write for other artists, I tend to get nervous because I'm all like, okay, like if I got to make sure he or she likes it. If they don't like it, then I got to go back, which is not a problem. But I want to make sure, like before I, send over a demo to the artist, I got to make sure that it's well put together. So I love being an artist more because I'm an artist first. I started out singing, and that's what I started doing first. So
Okay.
yeah.
Sticking to that, we're gonna go into that question.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into music? Like, what was the breakout for Nicole Mariee? Like, what was that? I got something with this moment.
There have been plenty of times when I thought about that. Like, well, I first started playing and singing when I was like 5 or 6.
Okay.
I started playing the piano by ear for a little bit. And when I was in high school, I started taking piano classes. But I think my biggest moment where I'm all like, okay, this is definitely something I'm going to do for the rest of my life. There was like a community like barbecue where I was living at, like when I was a teenager, and like the whole community, like we were like, I think it was like maybe 4th of July. It was like summer of 06, and I got my karaoke machine.
Oh, old
And
school karaoke machine.
I got my karaoke machine, and there was a song that I sung by this one song. I forgot the name of it. And I sung for the entire apartment complex. Like everyone was all like, she can sing, like she can sing. So that was the moment where I'm all like, okay, yeah, I love the spotlight. This is what I want to do.
Right on, right on, right on.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Because I don't even to be. I know. I think I started speaking to myself. I think I started also like in the fall of 506, just kicking it with the fellas. Rapping, writing. See who can do this, who can write that, and everything. But I didn't take it seriously till after I got out of high school and everything, and once I put out. I think when I really, really, really started taking this super, super serious when I put my first project out there. But like, yo, oh, you got it, keep it going. So that was my thing. I always liked doing music, but I never really thought I had a lane for it until I actually took a chance. Oh, I can do this. I like this. Having a good time. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
So moving a little forward, switching gears. We had a conversation the other night. And you love to travel, you love to get around, see the world.
Yeah.
And we was talking about moving either LA or East Coast. So you still sticking to that? Like you still want to move to where it's cold, or you want to move to where it's hot? On the West Coast, like where you
Like,
because you said you want to live in the city where you don't have to have a car. So I'm like, man, only thing about that is the winter. And well, I mean, I guess when you got Uber and Lyft, it ain't that bad. And so
yeah, I was talking to one of my friends who lives in Brooklyn. His band is called Diligent Delinquents.
okay.
They're out there in Brooklyn. Yeah, I follow and I follow 2 of the members. But one of the members actually I taught him voice lessons, and when he was down here. But he was telling me, he said, like if you move to New York, like you don't need a car. Like I would advise you to like leave your car down in Texas, because like you're gonna have to pay like so much money a month on insurance alone. Like the insurance is gonna be worth more than your car. No, and my car is paid for,
Right.
but like you know, like parking and insurance and maintenance. Like, and he told me like maintenance is not really a thing up there. Like car maintenance is not like a big deal up there like it is down here because no one really needs a car. So me personally, like I don't mind bundling up with coats and gloves and hoodies and boots and all that. Like I'm already living where it's already hot already, you know, here in Texas. It doesn't really, I mean, it gets hot in California, but really it doesn't really get as hot in California like we think it does because of the ocean. It's so close to the ocean. So at night, like it's kind of cool.
Yeah, cause I be seeing.
So I would love to be where it's snowing, and I'm jealous of
most definitely.
I'm jealous of my friends in New York and Boston because like they're probably gonna get a white Christmas. We're not.
It's like I remember the last time we had a white Christmas. It was like, what year was it? 2000. It was 2008. No, I mean before that. After that, it was like 2012.
Yeah, 2013, something like that.
Yeah, it was around that time.
Yeah.
And that was the last time we had a good one. I remember that one. I was like, yes.
I remember that.
We was at my aunt and uncle's house for Christmas. And it just, we had all spent the night over there. And the next morning, yes, snow. Thank you. But like my New York friends, they see us, they be making fun of us. Man, y'all get that itty bitty snow? That ain't nothing compared to what we get. Like, but that's what I want to see. I want to experience that like one time. But I know it gets cold up there. Like but then again, I don't know.
Yeah, I get in a bad mood when it's hot, so I get real mad when it's hot.
Hey, this Texas weather is ridiculous. You don't know how to act in this kind of weather.
You don't.
You hate when you got to go outside. It's 100 and what? I got to go. Gosh dang. I don't want to do it. And I know one time they was like, oh, it's cold out here. Like, well, what's the temperature? Oh, it's 60 degrees. That's it. That's great for me.
I know. That's warm weather for me.
70? That ain't bad at all. Like it's hot out here. What's the temperature? 75. That's it. I wish the weather was 75 out here right now. It's 130 out here in the shade.
Like when I was in Boston, back in the summertime, like that weekend, July 4th, like it was cold up there. Like it was like in the 50s up there. And I went up there with like my short sleeve shirts and all this other kind of stuff. And then I go up there and I had another thing coming that I didn't know. It was like in the 50s up there. And I'm not like, what?
In July?
In July. Because that's like that's real, like that's New England. So like it's what I mean, like yes, it was that cold.
Damn.
And I was gonna wear like my shorts, and then I was told, no, you better wear like your jeans because it's cool out here. It's like in the 50s out here. Right. So I'm all like, and I saw people hanging out by the beaches and everything. I'm all like, no, I can't do it.
I remember a buddy of mine. He's an actor. He went to New York one time. He said he was at somebody's house in Times Square. And he said, where he stayed at, you could see like the whole thing of Times Square. You could see they were showing the game on a big jumbotron. He said, man, it was so cold out there. You know, I went down there with just a hoodie and everything. He said, he had to go to H&M to get like a big jacket and everything and get another change of clothes. He said, yo, they don't even got malls out there, man. They just got shops on the strip and you just got to go in and like, oh, snap, all right. You know, the train system, he's like, man, there's places on every stop and like, oh, okay, and I kind of like that. But like, I just want to go there to New York for one time in the cold, but my New York friend, like, you don't want that. Like, yes, I do. No, you don't. So, moving forward, who do you look up to in this music industry? Like, who's your people that you like who you look up to and who you want to work with in the future? I think she froze again. All right, there you go.
Yeah, you froze. Okay, I'm here.
Okay, I said, so who do you want to work with? Like, who do you look up to and who do you want to work with in the industry?
Well, I think one is no brainer, Alicia Keys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Alicia Keys is one of them. Definitely Timbaland, because he's been my favorite music producer since like for a long time. So him, Justin Timberlake, would love to work with him. Who else? Geez, there's Carrie Hilson.
Right.
Carrie Hilson. Dang, like so many. I would love JoJo, Tori Kelly. I would love to open up for them one day.
Oh yeah.
On tour.
I like those. I like JoJo. Like her career is like it after 2000. Like it dipped a little bit. She went away for a while. She started fizzling back up. Like I start hearing more from her. All right, I forgot about you, JoJo. Okay, you back in the mix. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So, speaking of JoJo and everybody, how do you feel about labels, record labels, and everything? Like, what's your opinion for people that are watching? Because you already know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about it for the people who don't know?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because, like, I feel like labels are the middleman, basically, when it comes between the artist and the fans.
Right.
You got like that middle person, like telling you how you should sound, what you should do. You can record like so many songs, and then, or you could do music that you know that you're passionate about, and they'll tell you, no, this is not it. Or you could release an album. you could do everything that the label wants you to do, and then they can still drop you. Like that happened to Christina Milian.
Hold on, Nicole, you froze. You froze a little bit.
Yeah, you froze too.
All right. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
So like Christina Milian, like when her album came out in 2006, the day after her album came out, her label dropped her.
They did?
For Rihanna, because at the time Rihanna was like a promising artist, upcoming artist, and her sales weren't up to par. Christina's sales weren't up to par. So a day after, like, they dropped her. So I mean, at any time, like, labels could just drop you if sales aren't up to par, which may not really be your fault as an artist, because at the end of the day, labels have the say-so of how you want to sound. Because a lot of them, they have creative control. You know, there's like 360 deals, you know, all that stuff. And I wouldn't do it. Like, I feel like being independent is where it's at, because, you know, you have control over, you know, what you want, how you want things to go. It may cost a lot of money, but like the more you keep up at it, the money will come. The money will come.
And I like how you said
like people will come your way.
Oh yeah.
And as far as
and record labels don't like us talking about that. They froze on us. Hold on, Nicole, we froze again. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay, y'all, we back, y'all. We back, y'all. And yeah, that's what I hate about Zoom, man. That's the only thing I hate about doing stuff on Zoom. Like,
I know.
The only thing, you get the signal, you gotta hope to God you get a good signal on these joints. But what we talk about? Yes, labels. I like that when you said about getting dropped and everything. And that's my biggest fear about record labels. The biggest fear. You get a whole project done, then you're like, you know what? Nah. We gonna go our own separate ways now.
Right.
I get my music back. Nah, we own it. We get to keep it.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, because like they own your masters, and like I said, like as an independent artist, like there's so much freedom so much freedom to do what you want, work with who you want to work with. You know, you own your own masters. Like, there's no question about it. You own everything.
Yep, and a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't get owning your master. They just want to be on a label. Like, that's cool. Like, I watched so much behind the music growing up to see what happened. Then I seen the New Edition story. I be hearing how all these people be having all this. It looks on the other side, it looks like they living the life, but on the other end, that bank account say something else.
It does. Like, just like when TLC was interviewed after the Grammys that one year back in the 90s or early 2000s, and one of the members said, like, we're broke. Like, don't let this Grammy fool you. Like, we're broke.
Yep. And that's like, what you looking at? Like, how you just sold, but you don't get it. Like, you just, and everybody say it ain't gonna be me. Everybody can't be a Drake. Everybody not gonna be an anomaly. Like, yo, you getting sponsored deals and all these brands putting money in you, even if the label is doing whatever, you still got some sort of source of income, like, because you just that big name. Like, everybody ain't gonna get to that level.
And even then, you still got to be careful, because a lot of labels will do what's called a 360 deal.
Oh, yeah, I heard about them.
Yeah, so like a 360 deal is like where they own everything, endorsements, ticket sales, all that stuff, like all that. Like, so it's like you basically signing your rights away, essentially.
Yep. And I used to look at it. You can speak for it too. Like, you see, favorite artists, independent artists, like, they merch be so expensive. Like, wow, the hoodie $50. Like, you trying to, you don't understand. Like, yo, I gotta get it back in on it. I paid this much. I gotta get something back off it. It all needs to understand it. And when it's, you want to say, oh, I see why this merch is so limited. You got like 100 t-shirts and 50 hoodies and all this other stuff. You selling it for more than what is a regular hoodie would be. Like, oh, okay, I see why.
Exactly. Yep. That's how it is.
I'm scared of labels, man. That's the most terrifying thing in the world. I think about that all the time. Like, you get halfway through a project, then they drop you, or you get the project done, it don't meet expectation, they drop you, you can't have none of it. You just like, yo, you come back, like, what happened to them? You're like, oh man, that label dropped me. Like, dang.
Yeah. Same thing. I know. I remember that's what happened to the Black Eyed Peas, where they were working on an album, and they were so passionate about the music, and so they had like a listening meeting, like where they listened to the music that they had already worked on, and then the label said, like, this is not it, like, we don't like it, and then they were saying, like, this is like passion, like, this came from the heart. How can you tell me that this is not up to your standards? So I mean, that happens a lot, and that really, because like after high school, I wanted to be signed by a label, like maybe like by Atlantic or Jive Records or whatever like that. And then I started like going to school for music business, and I started learning some stuff, and I said, you know what? No, it's not worth it. Right? It's not worth it.
And I remember the same thing. I used to know when I wanted to get signed, I used to look at the back of the album covers, and they used to pay attention. They had the number to the label. Some of them had their numbers, like LaFace had their email and their number at the bottom of the album cover. Like, I remember Usher Confessions, that album had, like, you open it up, you go to the credit, you see LaFace Records, they had their number right there, we could call them. Like, I'm like, oh snap, they got the number. I was one of them people, like, I got to get signed. And I'm like, yo. And then I realized that as I got older, like, nah, I don't think I want to do that. Then you hear all these horror stories, like, they kept my album, I can't put nothing out. Then I heard what happened to Lupe years ago, where he tried to get released from the label and all this other stuff. Like, nah, I'm good on that. So, next question. Anything else you want to add to that before we move on to the next question?
No, that was it. Yeah, that was it.
So, favorite song you ever written?
Fool's Gold.
Okay. Why Fool's Gold?
That was the most personal song I've ever written and I've ever released.
Right.
And to see it be a fan favorite lets me know, like, okay, wow, I really did my job as a songwriter and as a singer.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would definitely be Fool's Gold.
Right. And I like the thing I like about how you write and you work with so many, how you told me the backstory behind how you took time, actually took your time with that song and everything. You did the demos and everything, and you finally got it all the way done. So tying into that portion, what how do you write a song? Like what kind of zone do you have to be to write? Like what is your writing process?
I don't really have a zone because, I don't wait for inspiration to hit me, because if you wait for inspiration to hit you, you won't get paid, because that means you're waiting on something to inspire you to write. So I have like my writing sessions be late at night.
Right.
My process is, I could start like with a chord progression. I could start with like a feeling and then translate that into lyrics and then bring in the chord progression. It could be with the melody, and then I'll work it from there. I can hear a beat and then I'll just write to it. So I don't really have a set process because I'm flexible with my songwriting. And I feel like to be a great songwriter, you have to be flexible. You can't just write a certain way, because I feel like you won't be able to grow as much as a songwriter and as an artist.
And so isn't so how okay, so when you writing your songs, do you pull from your personal inspiration? I mean your personal experiences, or do you can pull from somebody else's, or can you just like watch a TV show? I kind of like that idea they got right there. Like, do you pull from like what do you like pull from, if that makes sense? Cause I know when I write, I can like, oh, I see. I get an idea from something. Oh, I can use that. I can use that for a verse, or I see something and just get inspired like a whole song. Like
Yeah.
I've gotten to that point now. Like I can just sit down and write stuff. I can just turn a bunch of beats on, and whatever hits first, oh, I can just write. But who do you pull from the most? Like,
I pull from my personal life because I feel like as those are the best songs.
right?
Energy wise, like people really gravitate towards personal stuff. There are times when I do pull from like a TV show. Like I was watching a documentary on Netflix. You got to check it out. It's called If Anything Happens, I Love You.
Oh snap!
And it's about two parents grieving over the loss of their daughter, because their daughter was involved in a school shooting, and it takes you back to how when she was a baby and how she grew up, and then the parents are reflecting over that, and they feel guilty and heavy weighted about the where they could just turn back time and not let her go into that school. If anything happens, I love you. So there are times when I do pull from certain TV shows, but they really have to hit me. They really have to be like, okay, well, that really hit me. So I want to write a song about that. But yeah, you should check out the documentary. So yeah, I mean, I feel like me personally, writing songs from a personal standpoint, that really makes the best songs for me as a songwriter.
Oh yeah, that does. Like I try to do that, and even in hip hop, I try to like tell certain stories. That's what I tell people. Like now, that's my journey in music right now, trying to work on more storytelling. And even if it's not my story, I want to be able to tell a story, or like I try to make up a fictional character, put him in a situation. If that was me in that situation, how I handle like that certain situation, that's where my next couple of projects are going. I'm really working on storytelling with this fictional character, like what he's going through, how he's dealing with these things. And yeah, it's rough sometimes. Like man, I get, especially now in this COVID stuff. Like, I was at a point I don't even want to write nothing,
It
cause
gets
like
like that.
yeah. And speaking of COVID, speaking of, how have you been dealing with it not being able to perform though? Like not being able to just touch the people, like listen to me, have the control of the crowd. Like how that affected you? Has it affected you mentally, like financially?
That's a good question. I get asked that a lot. Like I feel like it has affected me in some ways, like mentally and emotionally. Like, okay, dang, I just released music and I can't perform this music live. Or if I do perform this music live, then only a certain amount of people can come because there's like 50% capacity or there's 25% capacity, so it's like, but at the same time, I try to remember like this is beyond me, this is beyond my control. So I can't, get too upset because I can't control the situation.
Right.
I can only try to adjust the best way I know how. Like, doing live stream shows, which I'm going to start doing. Doing, snippets of me playing the piano and putting it on Instagram, stuff like that. I do have control over, but I just really try to adjust the best way I know how.
Yeah, I've tried to adjust. It's like normally I do my yearly Christmas shows and everybody like in the beginning, like, yo man, how about you just a girl hit me up, one of my homegirls, like, yo, why don't you do a live stream of it? Like I said, nah, it ain't the same. Like I like the it's like my shows, I put it like it's like comedy. You gotta have that real time reaction and let you know if a song. It's like if you just recorded Fool's Gold and you want a live reaction, you want to know how that song hits a crowd in real time. Like, oh, okay, they like this one. They like when I sing verse, when how I hit the high notes on this part, and when the keys come in on that part, they act a certain way. You can see in real time how that is. Like over live, you not getting that.
You're
You
not getting that at all.
you can get it so many flame emojis and heart that ain't the same as a real time after the song go with standing ovation, a lot everybody clapping or after the show. Like, yo, I love that song. Yeah, that's what I like. So
Yeah, of course.
that's the best part. Like, and I've been like, I talked to my boy out to the other day who was like, oh, next year, I mean 2020, oh, we doing something. Something's going down. Like, we doing shows. We getting back in the ring. Like we doing it like most definitely. Cause I gotta get that crowd reaction. I know I can speak for you too. Like that crowd reaction, like, yo, they be like, man, I need the crowd reaction, man. I need it. You gotta
Yeah,
push
because it's
me.
personal. It's very personal. You got to be able to connect with your fans, and you can't connect with your audience, during live stream. I mean, like you said, like the heart emojis, all that, that's cool, but it's not really personal. It doesn't really affect you as much as it would after the show. And you got people coming up to you, asking you what your social media handles are because they want to follow you, or asking to take a picture with you, or asking you to autograph, your CD because they know you're gonna blow up and they want to, they want to have, that autograph or whatever. It's just not the same.
Nope. And that's the best part. Like knowing about an artist before they make it. That's always been like in my mind, like, yo, I wonder how many people are following me, waiting in the back, like, yo, I can't wait till that dude blows up. I knew about him before anybody else knew about him.
Exactly.
That's my one too. Like, yeah, I can't wait to get to that point. And speaking of that, how did you feel about your Spotify wrap up this year? Did you expect your numbers?
I wasn't expecting that. I think the biggest thing that really got me, like I was screaming, like I wasn't like screaming, but I was like yelling. I was like, oh my God, like, I was shocked because, just when you think that, no one's paying attention or no one is really like listening to you, or when you feel like, I can't do any shows because everything's closed down, and you kind of feel like nothing, you haven't really accomplished much. When I saw that, it's like, okay, it just reconfirmed everything that I'm already doing, that I already knew. So like when I saw those numbers, it really just lifted my spirits completely. And I think another thing was when I saw how many playlists that my song Brand New had been added to.
Right.
Because like I think I was talking to you or someone else about it, like Spotify playlists are the new radio.
Yeah.
So when I saw how many songs my song Brand New, how many playlists my song Brand New had been added to, I was like, whoa. So yeah, that really lifted my spirits.
Yeah, same. Like, so what was the biggest surprise, like country-wise, that your music got the biggest hits? And like, what was you like, oh snap, they mess with me over there? Like,
I would say Japan. Japan because I have there's one artist that I really love. Her name is Tanisha Kelly.
yeah.
And I remember like she's like real big over there in Japan. And so when I saw those numbers, I said, maybe I might need to do a tour over there one day. Not
Right.
anytime soon, but just one day just to see, because, you know, if I'm more fair, then it might be time to do like some networking over there and do some shows over there.
Right. And like for me, I looked at when I got mine, I was like that, because you know they wait till the end to give you the big surprise. Like, I was, all right, man. I was like, because last year I got on, when I first got on Spotify, my number was like, man, I wasn't even whatever. I just shrugged it off. I'm like, next, there's always next year. There's always, and boy, was next year better for this year. I'm like, gosh damn. And when I saw Italy as my biggest country, like, wait, Italy? I said Italy one time in a song, and I get out of love of Italy. All right.
You froze.
I froze. Why I freeze it? Can you hear me now? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good now.
All right, cool. I was like, yeah. Once I heard Italy, saw Italy. Oh, okay. Maybe I needed to pay y'all a visit. I don't know when, but hey. And the thing with Italy, I heard Italy is my partner told me Italy is like flooding. Like in a few years, Italy ain't gonna be there no more.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, Italy is flooding like bad. Like it's like we watched a documentary about it. Like, yeah, Italy it floods at some part of the year, just floods.
Like, that's interesting.
Yeah, like I saw that, man, I need to get over there quick now. I was shocked when I saw Italy. Like, all right, cool, I'm with it. That was like, all right, pat on the back. But your numbers were crazy. Like, gosh, no, I was proud. Like, yo, that's what's up. I was real proud of you right there.
Yeah.
So wrapping up, what are your 2021 goals?
To be honest, like I have
Carl, you froze. All right, you back.
Okay, yeah, you froze too. Okay, there you are.
All right, go ahead.
So my goals for 2021, I have them in place, but you know, I don't really have any. I'll just say this: I'm gonna take it one day at a time, because after 2020,
you got a song called One Day at a Time.
I do have a song called One Day at a Time, and no one knows about it because it was right before like people really start knowing who I am. But I'm no pun intended, I'm gonna take 2021 one day at a time, because 2020 I had some big things planned and everything, and that didn't happen. So I don't know what 2021 is gonna be like. I feel like a lot of the things that happened this year is gonna roll over into next year. So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna get too excited just yet.
I feel you on that. Like my 2020 plans was like, yo, soon as the new year hit, this. I was on my list was South by Southwest. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, this what we doing. Yada yada yada. Y'all get ready. I'm looking at the prices. I'm getting ready. I was just about to pay. I'm about to sign up and get everything in order. Then this happened. I'm like, all right, maybe they still gonna have South by. Maybe they still. I was waiting. They still gonna have it.
Yeah, like I was gonna perform at South by too. Like I had it planned out and everything, and then boom. So I'm all like, yeah, and I don't think they're doing music festivals at South by this year. This year coming up. I don't think they are. I think they're more focused on filming and gaming, I think. Which I'm probably gonna go to one of the film festivals for TV, and I mean, if I decide to go, because I know like the badges, like to buy the passes are like really, really expensive. But I think that I'll probably go to the film side and gaming side for TV and movie placements.
Okay.
So that's
Nicole Mariee is into gaming. She got a PlayStation 4 over there playing Madden, this gaming Halo. Are you a gamer?
I'm not a gamer.
Oh, okay.
No.
But yeah, I was like, once I saw that, I thought they were gonna do virtual stuff. I didn't know they were gonna do like gaming and film stuff.
They are. They're gonna. I think some of the stuff is gonna be virtual, but some of the stuff is gonna be like, what is it? Because I was looking at the website. Some of the stuff is gonna be in person, but they're gonna have everything like spread out, or like they're gonna be like a certain capacity.
Right.
But I think most of it is gonna be virtual, which is not gonna be the same.
No, it's not. Cause I saw it. I get the emails, the updates. I'm like, it ain't the same. Like virtual stuff is not the same. Like I want to experience the whole South by Southwest experience. I want to perform and see everything that goes on. Cause it would have been 2020 was my first year going and performing, and like I was gonna go before, but I didn't feel like I had enough music to do, and now I feel like I got enough to like I know what I want to do. But like I was like really, really excited about doing it. And I had a lot of people that support me willing to go with me and like show up and show out. And like it sucked that it didn't get to happen. I feel for all my fellow artists that was going to be able to do it and it got shut down. I think she froze one more time. I think we hit everything. Nicole, you still there? Or did you freeze?
Okay, you're good now. I see you.
All right, cool. But yeah, I just feel for all my fellow creators that couldn't go out to South by Southwest. That just sucks. Or any music festival at at this point. So now that
exactly.
So since we're about to wrap up, anything you want to plug or announce before we get out of here?
Yes, make sure everyone, my Instagram handle is at NicoleMarieeMusic, Marie with 2 E's. My EP, Evolution of Love, is available for streaming and purchasing and things, digital,
Oh yeah, you was chopping up. You chopping. Hold on 1 second. Let's get. All right, now we good. Go ahead, finish that.
Okay, my EP is available on everything, all things digital.
Oh man, this thing is really tripping right now. Nicole, you froze again. Good Lord, this thing don't want it to be great. All right.
Okay, there you are.
This thing does not want it to be great right now, but go ahead.
So, yeah, everybody get ready to freeze. So,
all right, we good. All these technical difficulties right now. Jesus Christ. I hate you. I hate the internet. But go ahead.
You're freezing. Because every time I get ready to speak, it freezes. So.
All right. Let's try one more time.
Okay, so my EP is available for streaming everywhere. iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all that, and it's also available for purchase on my website, which is NicoleMarieeMusic.com, and I also have physical CDs available. So, and yeah, stream it, support it, let me know, follow me, all that.
All right. Y'all heard what she said. Buy her album. She got physical copies. You can put it in your display case. So when Everything take off. You got the physical copy. And y'all know how to reach her. And also, you know how y'all can get into contact with me. This has been Coffee with Jones. I'm your boy Junes88. And we are out of here. Thank you.
Thank you.